The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to beautiful Boone, North Carolina, Kidd Brewer Stadium, home of the App State Mountaineers. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Mountaineers will put total leather and will get started. And here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Let's talk for a second about Georgia Southern. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough. But it looks as if they won this battle with a commitment from a three-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program. He's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away. And if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this three-star the ball.
Here's a heat. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Gonna run it. It's Bradley. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Georgia Southern.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Trying to keep this drive alive. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And how about the simple run? Like, I believe in my guys. We're going to pound the rock. We're going to get the first down. Nice job by this offense.
And the Eagles pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Throws for the tight end. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
Oh, those are those where you're just looking at your hands. Left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Dang it, I should have caught that. Nice play, break on the football. That could have been a house call. That could have been a game changer, but just couldn't secure the interception.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Eagles are rolling down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little.
The Appalachian State faithful raising the roof and trying to help the Mountaineers on third down. To the air, it's Bryant. Makes the grab. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be fourth down.
All right, nice gain on third down there. No, you didn't get the first down. Now it's a thought process, right? Early in the game, do I want to show aggressiveness or am I going to be a little bit passive? Your decision. Go for it or not.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
This offense knew coming into this game it was not going to be easy throwing against this defense. They're at the top of virtually every major statistical category when it comes to pass D, and the quarterback just found out the hard way, throwing a pick on the opening drive.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. He's got his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. It's a seam wide, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, App State. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They go to the ground. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. And the Eagles come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Bryant. Fires to the tight end. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
You know,
there he goes! Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier? Get that tackle for loss? Wow.
The Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's the pressure. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
4th down and 13, and the offense is going to give it a shot. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Crosses the 30. He's got away. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Makes the catch. It's Greer. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Mountaineers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Swan. Caught near the sticks, it's Barnes. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub, they want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
They'll run it. It's Alexander. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Through the defense. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
That's just a really nice job by the running back making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Big guy tries to barrel in. Give him 6. Touchdown, App State. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week. But they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by just one over Georgia State. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Georgia Southern in a hurry. From the gun, running back on the move. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Bryant. Quickly out to the tight end. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. The Eagles in a good spot here with second and short. Leaves it with the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. The 20. Inside the touchdown, Mountaineers. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to go in at halftime and potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. The snap sets up to throw. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Looking for a productive play on first down. Give to the running back. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Appalachian State.
Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. Gets the back moving. On the move. Appalachian State, and they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Will take over 1st and 10.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Appalachian State. Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Dropping back, it's Bryant. Fires one high and deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Second half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Going to swing it on second down. That's caught. It's Barnes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Dropping back, it's Bryant. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The this is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Caught behind the line. It's Myers. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the middle. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
From the gun, the running back has it. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to throw, it's Swan. Caught near the sticks, it's Dozier. Oh, got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Arkansas State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They are up by just 1 over Georgia State. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Trying to run, it's Bradley. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
He's moving out of the pocket. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Eagles. The offense cashing it in on that drive. And hey, how about the 2-for-1? The quarterback gets a touchdown pass and a new tattoo to remember the moment by.
You know, we always talk about quarterbacks having soft focus around them and hard focus downfield. You just saw that right there. There are a lot of quarterbacks that would have been anticipating the hit coming, maybe taking the sack or just tried to throw the ball away. They would have panicked. Not this guy. He stood in there, he faced the fire. Boy, oh boy, that was a beautiful throw.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking for room. It's Alexander. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Swan. Floating away. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. We've reached the break, and Appalachian State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Dallas. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got him. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. To the air on first down. He's got it on the run. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
And the extra point is good. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll leave it with him. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Mountaineers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, App State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Back to throw, it's Bryant. Gonna take a shot. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. Georgia Southern in a hurry. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to fire. Now adjusting. He'll try to do it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that, pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Looking down the middle. Makes a connection. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense.
Good enough for a 1st down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Meyer. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Throws to the wideout. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Taking it the other way. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the ground with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Swan. Snagged in the middle, it's Dozier. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
And they take a knee on 4th down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.